Alright, it's time for another ride on a motorcycle, of all things. Well, this is different. But anyway, here we are. And by we, I mean me. And you're with me. It's so cute through the internet and all that. I'm on the Victory Gunner. Last time I drove the Victory Hammer 8-Ball. This is, in my mind, very similar. The main difference being, well, there aren't many differences. Not that I can tell. I'm pretty much a noob, though. But what I can tell is basically this one is green and the other one is not green. The other difference is these pipes, I believe, are straight pipe. And it's more of a matte black finish. Looks really cool. I don't really know how much difference there can be between all these bikes because they're all 1700. This one farts better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Feels good. I'm not scared. In fact, I feel like I'm Wolverine. Specifically Wolverine in X-Men Origins. Granted, technically not a good movie. I don't care. I like the movie because I like Hugh Jackman and I like Wolverine. And he was on a motorcycle. It makes me happy. I feel like a huge jacked man. Whoa! My foot just scraped the ground. I didn't turn that hard. I did not expect that. I'm already really comfortable. I'm going into this with my head held high and higher expectations because I've driven one of these and it was pretty nice. Not quite as magical as a Supermoto in my opinion. Not quite that ignorant bliss in this factor, but I'm still very happy, partially because it's a different experience. It's a new experience. This would be my second time driving a cruiser and my second time driving a bike that's, well, supposedly 1700. Mother of God! Would you turn the music down? I'm trying to record my voice talking to the microphone. That farting is me. Yeah. It's like a roller coaster that you can control. Yeah. I really want to go fast on these things, even though I catch a lot of air. That's pretty much just the way it goes on motorcycles, for me at least. I just want to go fast. So in total, there's about, I'm going to count with my eyeballs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of us. Only 5 of us, not counting the leader and the guy in the back. They're shepherding the event. They're not actually test riding like I am. Bumpy! So apparently you can still feel bumpy roads on this bike. It's not like it's a cloud. But it is springy, definitely springier than a sport bike, and that's not a big surprise. I've only been to a demo ride once before in my life, but when I went, I didn't have a motorcycle or a license yet, so I didn't get to do anything. I literally just went there, watched my brother and my dad get on their bikes, and I was like, oh, it sucked. And they got to drive these really great brand new sport bikes. But hey, man, hey, I'm doing this for a living at the moment, so I don't know. For the most part, I do this for a living. This is my full-time job, I like to think, but I do have another regular job. In fact, I got up early to get to this demo ride so I could do this before I go to my real job today. But anyway, man, hey! I got it pretty good. This is lame, but my legs are actually already tired. That's very interesting. I would think that I'd be entirely more comfortable. Maybe my legs just aren't used to it, and therefore they're getting tired. In all honesty, and I don't know if this is fact, yeah, I love when it does that. It feels like my legs aren't getting quite enough blood. Yeah! Getting that wind in my face. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah! We lost all the other bikers back there. Oh well. Because of the way my legs feel, I have this strange desire to throw my legs up. But I won't. I'll just keep them on the pegs. I feel like a cruising man. I feel pretty good. Oh yeah. Just being completely honest though, I'm still a sport bike guy. If I had to choose, I would be on my sport bike leaning into the wind right now, not taking it in my chest area. Because, man, it feels windy. It's not windy, it's just me catching the wind. Having fun. Yeah, that's what a motorcycle is for. Motorcycle, this one included, is an all-encompassing emotional spectrum vehicle. It is there for when you want to feel happy. It is there for when you feel sad and want to go rage drive. This bike can serve that purpose. It's not limited to a sport bike. And that's why I like you, no matter what bike you drive, you're a biker. You have a passion that few people share and few people can understand. This bike is different than a sport bike. But they're all bikes, just like we're all people. It's a beautiful thing. So I drove the Hammer 8-ball last time. Yeah, it didn't sound like this one, which I think is strange. I think it really just has to do with the exhaust on these. I know they're different. But between the two, I thought the other one looked better. It felt exactly the same. This one just sounds different, basically, and looks different. But that's cool, man. Different flavors. Rap, rap, rap. This Victory Gunner and the Victory Hammer 8-ball shift a lot easier than my sport bikes that I've ever driven, in my mind. But it might be because they're both belt driven. I'm not sure. All right, time to loop around and do it again. If only I wasn't leaving my bike at their place, I'd probably just take this bike and go on a very long 3-hour detour to a different state. But they do have my bike in custody, basically, because it's at their place, so I guess I'll bring it back. If I had to choose between taking this kind of a cruiser or a sport bike on a 3-hour ride on the highway, I mean, I'd probably choose this just for comfort, but I don't know. They kind of combat one another. This obviously has a more comfortable seating than a sport bike. With a sport bike, it seems it's easier to get out of the wind. I mean, really, the only drawback on this bike is fighting the wind. Can I lean forward? Oh, I can! I didn't think about that! That's actually pretty comfortable. I probably look stupid, but hey, I'm out of the wind, kind of. This is fun. I don't know, man. Maybe if I just had a helmet to really block out the wind. I mean, this helmet is not meant to do that. The one I'm using, it really is meant for lots of heat and air ventilation. But maybe if I had a helmet that just completely destroyed the wind and made it quiet, this would be, I don't know, twice as enjoyable. But my biggest gripe really is just the wind, but that's hardly a good complaint. I mean, this bike is pretty solid. I'm getting lazy. Oh, I think that's what the problem is. With my knees taking so much wind, I feel like I'm fighting to keep my knees facing forward. I want to just let them go and let my legs fly back. I think my legs are getting tired. That'd be strange. That's not something I would have expected. I don't know if that's a fact, but I mentioned, but it feels like my legs are losing blood. They might just be getting tired, I don't know. I am not in shape, so that's probably just my fault. Yeah, I'm just cruising along. I really feel like I'm just sitting here. Like, I don't have to do any leaning or really real physical effort to get this to go where I want it to go. So that's pretty nice. It's like this takes no actual accuracy or effort to maneuver. You just kind of turn it where you want it to go and there it goes. So it's really easy to drive in my mind. This is easier to drive than the sport bikes. It might be just me. It might be just this bike or the bike I own. But at this point I'm thinking, you're going too slow! At this point I'm thinking that this bike would not be a bad one to first own. I have a pimp bike. I feel like I'm competent. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like I parked that correctly. So once again, I don't believe I am adequate at rating motorcycles. But if I had to rate this bike on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that it was nice.